Thing I just said, Luffy's so far in front of Zoro. How is he going to catch up to be the second strongest of all time?
He's not.
He's not.
He's not. Just admit it. It's okay. Like, think about it. Like, his dream, like the person that he idolized, or not, like, the person that he wants to beat, is pretty much like, in terms of like notoriety, rank and file, he's like at 3.5 bill. Like, he's right underneath like emperors. Like, Luffy right now is probably showing the Mihawk. After we just saw that shot, I'm like, nigga, shit. Like, he's
honestly,
I don't think so. Not yet.
2v1. I'm sorry, because actually I did a video on this too. Because actually the video's up today, but then the tournament news came out, so I stopped everything. But Luffy, I think there's a good chance this boy is coming out of the arc with, let's say, a 4-some-odd billion berry bounty, higher than Mihawk's, and he has better feats than Mihawk. I mean, shit. Like,
well, okay, here's the thing.
Zoro as impressive. Mihawk is impressive.
With Mihawk, with Luffy, with all that he has, he should be top 1, right? But I think with the nerfs that Oda implements into the character, it's like you have to factor that in.
Oh yeah, that is true. I agree with you, because you have to say that, would Luffy last long enough in his form to beat?
That's the problem. Any top tier can outlast him, and then at that point.
But it depends on the limits. We haven't really seen the limits yet, right? So
we've seen the time limit.
Up in the air.
You've seen the time limit.
And this is me because I placed Mihawk around Shanks.
Too high. You know it's too high. Everyone in their soul knows it's too high.
How is it too high?
Be honest with yourself. You know
because we know it's too high. Because Mihawk is impressive, but Shanks is vastly more impressive, just in terms of what they've done. That's first thing. Shanks is better portrayal than Mihawk overall. Second thing. Shanks is the true father figure, the role model, as everyone kind of knows.
Luffy has to surpass Shanks.
Luffy has surpassed Shanks, essentially. Like how you can argue Minato, or not Minato. Let's say how Gohan has to, well, not Gohan. Whatever. The basically father figure has to be beat, basically, all right? That's how it kind of works out. So, and obviously, Shanks was in the same room with the 5 elders, basically just chilling, talking about Blackbeard. If they attacked him, Shanks walks out. Shanks wins.
I gotta put it back on portrayal because Mihawk doesn't have a portrayal. Like that nigga doesn't exist.
Correct. He doesn't.
That nigga has like 15 seconds.
Wait, so Cole, you think if Mihawk and Shanks fought, it'll be what, mid-diff?
I'm not too sure. I would say right now, safe bet is high diff, but it could be mid-diff. It just depends on what
Oh my goodness.
Obviously, Mihawk has greater sword skills than Shanks. We've even seen that, I'd argue. We've seen that. Yep. But I'm trying to think of it in terms of like, okay, Shanks as a swordsman, he's not even on Mihawk's level. But outside of that, Shanks is just like, we've seen the feats, all right? We've seen him shake an admiral from like thousands of miles away. It's like insane. It's nuts.
I think the way
he one-tapped Kid, like a guy that's a bounty relative to another admiral. It's like, what the So it's like, you know.
I think the way you're looking at it, right, it's like if you're looking at stats, swordsmanship is one of those stats, and that's the only one where Mihawk is above Shanks. But then every other stat, Shanks just laps Mihawk damn near, right?
Yeah.
Laps him?
Laps, yeah, correct.
Laps is
that is insane.
Might be the fastest man in the verse.
He might.
Oh my god.
He might. Remember, Mihawk, Shanks was able to cover. He was on the coast. He was on his ship that was docked and went from there to the middle of the ocean and just cut down kids.
Listen, I'm a Shanks Glazer, but this is insane.
Nah, bro. Not enough glaze. Not enough glaze, dude.
That nigga, bro.
This is insanity.
Not enough glaze, man. Like, okay, listen, I would go as far as to say that Shanks is either Shanks, Blackbeard, or Emu. Those would be the final fight to Luffy coming in the story. One of those three.
You throwing Shanks in there?
Of course.
Hell no.
Hell yeah.
Shanks is a Blackbeard victim, bro. What?
No. Because the assumption, because right now, here's the thing. If his goals, BB's goals, involved Shanks more regularly, I can understand that in the future. But right now, what are his goals? His goals are like the world. We need to get Emu. Like Emu is about to be a Blackbeard victim right now. On God. It's not.
I find it funny, right? I find it funny when people call Shanks a Blackbeard victim because this man Blackbeard, he's so busy gaining as much influence and power as possible. He's not even Why don't you go after Shanks? Because he knows that he's not like he can't stand up to Shanks right now, low key. And
I feel like
because Shanks doesn't matter.
Let's just get this out of the way right now, right?
Up and get squashed.
Blackbeard killing Shanks is kind of like old headcanon.
I think so. I agree.
Because I feel like the more info we get on Shanks, his story has to go past just dying to another character, right? Because he is at this point, alongside Dragon and Emu, one of the biggest mysteries in the story.
Yeah, and he has
and compared to Buggy, he's one of the biggest frauds. So what are we talking about?
He's directly connected to the Naked Fraud and Roger's Dream as well. So he kind of has his beard there at the end.
I'm not saying, but and when I say it's like old headcanon, I'm not saying it's possible. I'm saying that the more information we get on Shanks, I feel like it's becoming less likely. You know what I'm saying? And this is just from an unbiased perspective. I don't really.
Yeah, he's got all this. He's got all this lore now, even connected to the Celestial Dragons as well now. So
and then also too, like we have the idea because I think Oda kind of hit it in his interview where Oda, he's really about having as much fun as possible, like the last stretch of the story, like the last final saga, like a lot of fun. And I kind of feel like you may have that typical sort of fate of the world's on the line, like Luffy is Andre Godala, like it's time to get the job done. But at the same time, it could be the final fight is a way more, not like a laid back, but more like a Roger and Whitebeard. Like when they fought, they're going all out, but they're not necessarily trying to kill each other per se. So it could be like a Shanks and Luffy thing where it's kind of similar. And this time the treasure is the actual prize. Like me and you, we're gonna have our actual.
We're gonna fight for the One Piece.
Fight for the One Piece, and it's gonna be a crew battle, like a crew versus crew sort of battle. We have, and then because keep in mind that right now, as far as we know, Shanks has the weakest fleet out of any emperor. That means that the core crew gets all buffed. Shanks and his boys get all buffed because his core crew has to summon for the lack of power that his fleet has. So when we see Marineford, all of his boys pull up, that is his fighting force. Right there. Full stop.
I mean, in general, the fleets don't matter.
I think
that's
not true. In terms of like a
Whitebeard didn't matter for sure. Kaido it mattered. Big Mom kind of mattered.
I put out a poll. I put out a poll the other day. Luffy and his alliance versus Marineford. And Luffy won like 70%. What do you guys stand on that?
I think Marineford is too difficult for Luffy right now. Like and his alliance. It's just.
I mean, listen. Like right now, it looks like maybe Kizaru and maybe you need Akainu and Kizaru to try and stop Luffy. Like,
We forgot Kizaru.
But then who else is fighting an admiral in the Luffy alliance?
Zoro
and Sanji.
Jumping one admiral or like fighting one-on-one like with an admiral.
They can do one-on-one, but they're gonna lose. But if you have Luffy so powerful,
you don't want your crew to lose though.
I mean, if you have Luffy that's so damn powerful to where like if you have a Gear 5 Luffy running around Marineford, grabbing these mountains, turning into goddamn like pancakes, throwing discs. I don't care who the bro. Like get ready, dude. Like settle up.
Okay. Then there's still Sengoku. Then there's still Sengoku.
What? But Brago. Stop. Listen, I feel like you just have to come to reality that the admirals are good. But they're not Gear 5 good, bro. Like, you need actual...
y'all are gassing
No, I think... Bro. What do you mean, how? What? Did you see the last chapter?
Bro, what happened?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, my God.
What happened?
You would be dead if you didn't hear battleship. That's what happened.
Bro, that's the
You can say the same thing about Rob Lucci. You can say the same thing about Rob Lucci. You can say the same thing about Rob Lucci, man.
That's the craziest argument I've ever heard.
They're built different.
Did the Goro say if Shanks got mad, he'd be unstoppable?
Like, pretty much.
Is that what they said?
He sends ripples across the planet, as they say.
Too much to handle, some shit like that, right?
That's taking a lot of context out of the sentence.
What context?
Let's be honest.
What context? They said he'd be too much to handle.
Bro, even listen, you could argue, okay, well, it was like a shocking Yonko is actually sailing now. Like, that's not shocking. The shocking part is that if you try and engage in Shanks, it's gonna just do up, period, full stop, wherever you are. I mean, like, think about it. We think that Shanks is gonna die to Blackbeard. Shanks is looking for Blackbeard.
Like,
wasn't Garp looking for Blackbeard yet?
Was it Garp?
People who look for Blackbeard
you read the Kuzan, right?
Well afterwards.
And Kuzan said, "Nah, bro, what are you doing,
Blackbeard. Ace was looking for Blackbeard. Where is he?
On a t-shirt.
Do not look for Blackbeard, please. Just leave that man alone.
Listen, but the problem is that Blackbeard's actively avoiding Shanks. Like, yeah, we don't.
No, he's not.
You think he's avoiding
what?
Shanks?
That nigga does not.
Bro, he's been on Beehive Island, bro, just chilling.
Nigga is avoiding Shanks. Nigga avoided him Marineford. It's been the same way ever since.
Cole.
You need to have him get another power, and then now we're talking. Okay, maybe we're gonna see him beat Shanks.
Cole, they could both be real niggas.
Cole is the only person that makes me argue against Shanks, bro. Cole's the only person that makes me argue against Shanks. It's crazy.
Look, I get it. Shanks is strong, but don't make Blackbeard a bitch for that reason.
Yeah. The only thing is, listen.
Hold up, let's get one thing straight. Blackbeard's canonically a bitch. Don't do that.
Canonically.
No, he's not.
That's his whole thing.
No, he's not.
Rayleigh made him run.
Was he a bitch when he literally?
Yo, what bitch pulls up to Marineford and said, "This is my era,"
and just keeps fighting until nothing stops,
and then runs when the cripple pulls up. Yeah, when the cripple pulls up.
I'm saying he was in the middle of Marineford fighting the fleet admiral and Garp, saying, "This is my era."
They were jumping him, by the way.
And then everyone stopped, and then Shanks said, "Yo, we'll fight everybody here." And everyone said no.
Does that make him a bitch or smart?
That makes him a bitch.
You just said Shanks has the most godly crew. Blackbeard just got the new devil fruit.
Because Oda says that, not me.
What's the intellect?
I'm referencing what you just said. You just said that, right?
What's the intellect of not fighting Rayleigh? What's the play there?
Okay, so at that point, if he fights Rayleigh, Boy Hancock at that point already turned his crew, right? So now he has to fight Rayleigh.
He has to kill Boy Hancock
He would have killed Boa immediately.
And
no,
Kobe.
I'm saying at that point he loses his crew. Now he has to fight Rayleigh.
And Kobe at the same time.
He could one-shot Rayleigh. Stop it.
Yeah.
What?
Bro.
Okay.
Didn't you just wait?
Rayleigh's old. Rayleigh's an old dude. He's not the same guy anymore.
One Quake Fist and it's pretty much over for Rayleigh. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Like Rayleigh is weaker right now than Law. He's weaker than
Blackbeard.
He's weaker than every admiral.
That's the guy.
Y'all gotta stop.
You know,
Rayleigh is Rayleigh is an old.
What I'm saying, y'all don't gotta downplay all these characters this much to hype Shanks.
Wait. What has Rayleigh like outside of facing against Kizaru and then losing that bout pretty much? Or on the back foot, what has he done to put him on the same level? On the back foot. I changed my mind. I said on the back foot. You're right. He was definitely not winning that fight for sure. Outside of that, what has Rayleigh done to say that, hey, he's for sure stronger than Kizaru, at least Kizaru?
I don't think he's
stronger than Kizaru.
Okay. But here's the thing, right? Rayleigh is like somebody who has all the skills without all the stamina, pretty much.
Would you say
conquers hockey? He has the speed, right?
Rayleigh, Blackbeard one shots Rayleigh. That's so disrespectful.
Is it fair to say he's first commander level? Is that fair?
What?
No. I would say he's above. I would say he's above. But he's not admiral level. He's above that admiral level.
Slightly above.
Yeah, above. Yeah, like he'd be like in the same camp as Boy Hancock.
One shots Luffy first commander level. So,
you said what?
I said, I found a bug on one shot's first commander Luffy.
Bro, oh my god.
I'm almost positive. I'm almost positive. Didn't Rayleigh said that?
What context?
What context?
Luffy was angry that his crew just got destroyed, and he went in blind.
That's what I'm saying. He just charged in.
He got one shot.
How is that irrelevant, bro?
Because he got one shot. That's damage. What does anger have to do with anything?
If Luffy was like of clear mind and body, he probably could have dodged with, let's say, hockey. If he saw the future.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
That's different, though.
The point was that I found a Brago one shot to first commander. Established. If Rayleigh is a bad first commander level, he gets a one shot by a young.
He's not.
Wait.
Okay, wait.
Let me see.
Everything we said because we said he wasn't first commander.
Let's just say that maybe
for somebody like Rayleigh,
the weakest first
he's gonna be able to dodge Kaido.
Yeah, but he can't dodge a Black Vortex Quake Punch.
What, bro? What do you mean? What does that mean?
Bro, I like that. That's crazy. He combined Kurozu with, so like he drags him in with Kurozu, and then he follows up with the Quake Punch. So let's say Blackbeard does Kurozu, Rayleigh's like Nani Pakana, and then you have Tremor Crush right in his face, like oh shit, and then it's like,
Rayleigh's so surprised, right? Because he's like my devil fruit, no.
I don't have the amount.
What do you mean? It's gravity. Wait, it's gravity. Time out. I got it.
What happened when Blackbeard turned off Whitebeard's powers and he just stood there and slashed him open?
Yes.
Yeah, that would happen. No one said that
was
would
Whitebeard
happen. Rayleigh still getting
that's Whitebeard encountering his powers getting taken away for the first time. This is somebody who's not getting the powers taken away and he's just getting dragged.
Hold on, time out.
That's the most tame ability for Rayleigh to face, though.
Does Rayleigh have better durability than Akainu in the pre-time skip? You have to prove to me that Rayleigh has more durability than someone like Akainu, because Akainu could take 2 shots and then after like 40 minutes, came back. Like, okay, sure,
but at the same time, Rayleigh,
I was like 40 minutes.
And one of the shots.
Are you talking about what? Are you talking about Whitebeard snuck him?
But Rayleigh,
yeah, it was 40 minutes and one of the shots were off guard. Dog, you see, that's what I'm talking about, bro. Y'all be like, y'all be scaling shit from this, like, oh, this guy has a lot of power and a lot of strength. He's gonna two-shot Rayleigh because Rayleigh can't fight again. Bro, Rayleigh's a great fighter. At the end of the day, Blackbeard's not two-shotting Rayleigh.
Oh man, I mean, maybe, bro. It's tough sell.
Rayleigh over Admirals.
Rayleigh eats this punch, dude.
Wait, how is that scaling Rayleigh over Admirals?
Because if he takes a Quake Fist head on, it doesn't get knocked out.
Bro, the characters.
Wait, do we think niggas just be standing there? The story is telling them that Rayleigh is formidable enough for Blackbeard to say, nah, not right now. But they're still saying, nah, he gets two-shot.
What do you mean? Rayleigh said he'd literally lose.
What? Bro, you just spun everything I just said. I just said you guys are saying he gets two-shot, but the story is saying where Blackbeard is fearful enough where he's like, not right now.
That's what we're saying, because he's a bitch.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. Like, he's a skittish dude, and so he's always on guard.
Bro.
He loves attacking when he has the opportunity. That's why he snuck in during the battle when the Marine's already there, because there was this chance to sneak in. Marineford, they're already fighting, boom, sneak in right now. That's what he, Law, catch him off guard, like, that's what he always does. He always sneaks in and gets an opportunity.
No. Blackbeard is an opportunist.
Yes, but what I'm saying is that in came Rayleigh. Rayleigh thwarted his plans a bit, so he retreated. He didn't want to go through all that shit because he assumed that Rayleigh was like at a certain level. But Rayleigh himself says there's no chance I can beat him right now, not my old age.
Right. So I mean, for Blackbeard at that point, it's not worth it. What's the point for fighting Rayleigh?
But like what Eric is saying though is like, if BB decides to fully commit, if he says, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna fully commit to fighting Rayleigh right now. And then he had the chance to Quake punch him.
Blackbeard fights Rayleigh, right?
Yes.
Who does he lose?
Who
does he lose?
Oh, you mean like Vasco shot at Katarina?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait.
Okay.
Wait, tell me
He was gonna
kill
kill Boa anyway before Rayleigh turned up, so he lost him.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about that.
He would have lost 2 crew members.
Okay, wait, no. Wait, okay, stop. You're adding shit to it. Remove all the context. Remove all the shit. Just remove it.
You can't remove context, though.
No.
That's not how fights work.
Oh my!
I think he would though. I mean, like we've seen characters in One Piece go through worse.
Because he knows
I know.
Look at Garp. He literally is still laughing with an icicle through his chest right now. Like at the end of that fight, he's not even knocked out.
Yeah, but Garp over Rayleigh. Garp over Rayleigh and it's Kuzan. So whatever.
I understand what you're saying, but that is a fatal attack that he took right there, right? It's not about like DC or anything like that. He took a spear through the chest and is laughing about it. These old guys, if not, are more rabid and feral. Like Whitebeard, he got half his face blown off and he was still fighting. It's not the same thing. It's not just A is stronger than B, so they'll one-shot them. There's context to these fights, and like we haven't seen Rayleigh's full durability, so we can't say that he'll just get one shot. You get what I'm saying?
I think the thing is we're looking at some of these characters that get hit a lot, like for Kaido or Luffy. They can take it, so they're like made to fight like that. For Rayleigh, I'm gonna assume he's more of a smart fighter, where he gets hit less than those characters.
Yeah, but Brago.
But what if he does get hit? That's
the Kurosu can't be dodged,
bro. But I'm saying you're pulling Rayleigh to Blackbeard.
Yeah, and they're gonna like clash each other. And Blackbeard's gonna take damage because that's what Blackbeard does.
And Rayleigh has Rio. Who knows what he can do with that?
Rayleigh's gonna get hit in the side of the gut.
Rayleigh has Congress Hockey Infusion, but he does have that ability. But it doesn't matter because Rayleigh himself admitted that he can't beat BB. He just can't do it.
But that doesn't mean
that's admitting you can't beat somebody does not equal to you getting 2 shots.
Just what if, okay?
God.
Blackbeard is able to catch Rayleigh off guard.
Not happening.
And and it happens. And he's able to get a good Quake punch right into his face. A tremor crush right to his face. He eats that shit. Can Rayleigh walk away consciously?
I think Rayleigh won't get knocked out of it.
He'll
be very badly damaged.
I'm just trying to make it so that we get away this idea of Well, the semantics of the fight, technically, Rayleigh has future sight, and with that future sight, he'll be able to dodge all his quake tremor bullshit. Then he'll jump into the air like a Bleach character.
He's just trying to ask a question. He's just trying to ask a question. He's literally
it's just a simple question. Like, remove all the context, all the fluff. This attack, can Rayleigh just stand there, no hockey guard, nothing? Kind of like Kid. Can he just eat the attack?
Yeah, I believe so. I've like, characters, like, imagine that happening to Rayleigh and him getting knocked out. Wouldn't you think that would be the most embarrassing thing to happen to a character? It's just not.
Because like the scale is because like the scale is different. Because it's like at this point, like Blackbeard is like, if Blackbeard is gonna have, like, let's say enough power to be like the world emperor, that's what he wants to be. It's okay to get one tap by the fucking, like, he's beyond Yonko at that point in time. He's like now like vying for Pirate King level shit. It's like, yeah, like, obviously, these guys are just insane. At that level, you're just nuts. You're just bonkers. So it kind of makes sense to me.
So
honestly,
let's put this in perspective. Like, people who got one tap, use this Kid for example, right?
Yep.
So the difference in strength was enough for him to get one tap right there, right?
Oh,
off guard, right? Let's just say,
yeah.
Right now. So how do you gauge Blackbeard to Shanks then? Because
I would say that Blackbeard is. Oh, go ahead.
That's somewhat comparable in attack power, because all Yonko are kind of comparable in attack power.
In some ways, because like the Bajran gun to be the flame drum dragon.
Yeah, well, yeah, it is.
Right, but that was a clash for like 5 chapters, and then he actually win. And then actually beat him. So
like I would assume like a Thunder Bagua is the same as a Star Gun in terms of attack power.
Oh wow!
Or whatever the Demon Destroyer's Thunder Bagua, whatever the fuck it was called.
Maybe I'm not.
Basically,
you mean the Ragnaraku, or you mean?
Nah, it was like Death Destroyer's Thunder Bagua.
That thing? Whoa, nah, that thing's different, bro. That thing's built different, bro. Especially in the anime, I think it's fucking stupid.
So Brago,
it's hard to gauge.
Say Rayleigh versus Kid, right? Who wins the fight in your mind?
Rayleigh versus Kid. Probably
Rayleigh. And what diff?
I still have Rayleigh.
What diff?
High diff.
It's high diff.
And alright, so Kid gets one shot by Divine Departure, as we've seen, and Killer. But Kid gets one shot by Divine Departure. So how is it not fair for Rayleigh to get one shot by an equivalent attack if they're high diffing each other in a fight? Rayleigh and Kid. How is that not fair?
That's not how that works.
Yes, I also think that.
Why does he keep us?
No, I'm just gonna say, like,
do
you have Blackbeard comparable to Shanks then?
A direct hit Quake Fist should be comparable to a Divine Departure in some way.
Okay, no. Wait, I'll put it like this: an enraged Divine Departure by Shanks is probably on a holy level. Let's say a regular Divine Departure, I'd argue, because he's actually pissed off, ready, actually take him out. Just like I think it was said that, like, what was it, Eric? That like Roger, when he's pissed,
he was a demon
or something.
Yeah,
right. Like he was a demon when he was pissed off, so you couldn't stop him. Same thing for Shanks. Now I think I would argue that, let's say, compared to Kaido, it's probably similar. I think maybe to the Death Destroyer Thunder Bagua. I'd probably say they're comparable in some ways. I'd argue that. Maybe even more so for Divine Departure, because Shanks is overpowered. But Blackbeard has, I think, the strongest Paramecia in terms of destructive power. So that alone should be higher than Kaido's output. Because that's what Oda kind of says. He says,
but the point is they're somewhat comparable.
In a way, you think so, yeah. So like, I mean, I'll argue that Kid's stronger than Rayleigh. I don't get this point in time. So I don't care nobody says. So I think that he can do. Yeah, I think it's one shot or 2 shot. If it hits him dead on, right in the body, at point blank, he's taking all the gas. Yeah, for sure.
See you. Bye bye.